We are in Nahal Hemar, that is Hemar Brook. On its eastern side, about 2 kilometers from the Dead Sea, 7 kilometers north of the biblical city of Sodom and Gomorrah, 4 kilometers south of Ein Bokek, and 40 kilometers south of Ein Gedi. Hemar Brook is the southernmost stream of the Judean desert, and it's about 37 kilometers long. You are probably asking yourself, what Hemar Brook to do with historical sites? Excellent questions, and the answer in the next few minutes. Despite the harsh environmental conditions in the desert, throughout history there were famous settlements here. Sodom and Gomorrah, not far from here, Jericho. Ein Gedi, mentioned in the book of Joshua as one of the 6 desert cities of the tribe of Judea. Ein Bokek from the Roman period, Masada of course, and other settlements. So how did they exist here? What was their income sources? What motivated them to stay in this hot desert place? We know about Ein Gedi, Ein Bokek, Jericho, and the cultivation of the Afarsimon. And please don't confuse it with the persimmon fruit. So the Afarsimon was used for producing perfumes. But it turned out that there was an extensive industry here around the name of the stream Hemar, which in English means asphalt. Let's use the opportunity and clarify several terms: Hemar, asphalt, tar or pitch, and bitumen. Asphalt is a foreign word meaning in Hebrew Hemar, meaning Hemar equals asphalt. It is a viscous liquid that occurs naturally in crude oil, which can be hardened by reacting it with oxygen. Tar or pitch is a material artificially created by heating an organic material such as wood or coal. Heating to a high temperature that caused it to decompose without the presence of oxygen. For example, you can put a piece of wood in a jug and fill it with sand and heat it. Bitumen. Both asphalt and tar are classified as bitumen, a classification that includes all soluble substances in carbon disulfide. The use of asphalt has been around for thousands of years, and a major reason is the ease of use that stems from several reasons. It can be collected by hand without the need for complicated equipment. Its chemical and physical properties, such as softening and liquefaction at a low temperature, about 50 degrees Celsius, makes it easy to process. The asphalt appears on the surface of the Dead Sea area in 2 forms. First form, lumps of semi-solid asphalt. Sometimes the lumps float on the sea surface and are transported to the shore by waves and winds. I will not explain how the asphalt was formed in the depth of the earth, miles below the bottom of the sea. Yet the asphalt that rose from the depth becomes as solid as jelly when it reached the bottom of the Dead Sea. From there, it was released as a result of earthquakes, and many of them occurs here, rising and floating on the water because its specific gravity is 1.1 compared to 23.1 of the Dead Sea water. A second form is through springs. For example, here in Hemar Brook. Yosef ben Matityahu describes in details the appearance of the asphalt on the surface of the lake in the 1st century. According to his description, it was difficult to separate the asphalt collected into the boat from the one floating in the water due to the thickness of the material. And for separation, they used blood or urine. The presence of Hemar or asphalt in the Dead Sea gave the sea the nickname Hemar Sea. You can actually see here an asphalt spring. The asphalt is coming from the bottom of the earth, and actually you can see it along this short route. Now we can address the connection to history. In the Hellenistic and Roman periods, asphalt was considered one of the most important export products of Israel, along with salt and Afarsimon's products. The asphalt was used to coat sheep, to emblem, worship, and cure, among other things, epilepsy, coughs, asthma, dysentery, toothaches, and snake bites. The way the asphalt was used was mainly through drinking with wine, smoking it, and using bandages. The great value of asphalt was one of the temptations that caused countries and empires to struggle for control of this area in ancient times. There are descriptions of the taxes levied on the asphalt in the Roman period after the asphalt was collected, whether by boats or from here. Asphalt has been used in the ancient world as a medicine since the Assyrian period, and it included the creation of medicines for the healing of wounds or pus, leprosy, rheumatism, and eczema. Scribonius Largus, a physician of the Roman Emperor Claudius, described in the middle of the 1st century asphalt as an important component in the dressing used for open wounds, for example, treating gladiators. In Arabic literature, the asphalt is called Kofar el-Yahud. In a direct translation, the Jewish asphalt. 2 types of asphalt were described by Al-Tamimi in the 10th century. The first and finest type, the asphalt currently found in Hemar brook, exactly where we are. Al-Tamimi described in details how farmers in the Syrian region used to smear the vines with this type of asphalt to protect them from the worms. The use of bitumen, accompanied by waste of oil, was common in ancient time as a pesticide for prevention of worms and various pests that attacked the fruit trees. We reached the end, and as usual, questions. 2 occasions appear in the Bible where carrying vessels were covered with asphalt or similar material. What are the 2 occasions? The answer will appear in 5 seconds.